Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another video. And in my previous videos I was talking about getting one of these. It's for that center drive shaft mount. Well, I got it. It's aluminum and it's from, I want to get my cheaters on here. It is from GDS Racing. I got this off of eBay for like 28 bucks, I think it was, $22 to $28, free shipping. And then I also purchased the chassis brace rear black aluminum. Yep, got that in the mail, so we're going to go ahead and install both of these today. And after these are installed, and then it's going to be time to put the motor back in her and get everything adjusted, and hopefully we can fire that up in one of these days coming up. So let's go ahead and take a look. Yep, the truck here. Take that off. Put that over there. This is where we left off. You can see the plastic one is still in there. So what I need to do is I'm going to take this out and go ahead and install the aluminum one. And now the aluminum one that I bought was for the Losi Mtxl that said it was the same. So we'll find out if it is or isn't. And then we'll go ahead and put on the rear chassis brace. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started. Alright, so now I have my MTXL like this, and I just took out that center bracket. I wanted to show you guys there are 4 holes in here. I don't know if that helps out or not. There's 4 holes. You got the 2 screw holes, and then you have your 2 other holes that the piece is supposed to go down through to make it a little sturdier. Well, here's the plastic one, and here's the 2 little nubs that was supposed to go through those holes. Oh, that looks kind of cheap. They're flush. Now when you look at the aluminum one, look at those little circle nubs right there compared to these. So that's going to give me more strength. So yeah, I'm kind of glad now I did buy this. And yeah, we're definitely not going to use this. But I wanted to show you that up close, the difference of that. Big difference. That's going to help out. It's going to go through those 2 little holes. Now I'm not too pleased the outcome of this here. Now this aluminum brace, you know, came from Losi themselves. And one thing I noticed is this right here, this little nub came on the plastic one but not on the aluminum one. So if you tip this over, that hole is empty. Why would they do that? I don't know. So I put the bolts in, I put the nut on here. You don't really have to put the nut back on there, but I did it anyways. And then right here, the 2 bolts from here on this side and that side were loose. So I tightened them down, and I think this one might have already been stripped. So that's disappointing. And now the grub screws on this output shaft here, I took them out and put Loctite on those. I should have done that on the on the very front, but I tightened them up just to make sure they're tightened. But yeah, here's the good look at everything. I figured I'd show this before I start putting things back together again. And what I'm going to do is, before I put the motor in, I'm going to silicone spray the whole inside here and wipe it down, make it look nice and shiny, and then we'll put the motor back in. But she's coming together. I still love this style of the black and silver color scheme I have going on here. That is awesome. So now all the mounts are replaced. Everything's pretty much coming together. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and start putting it all back together. Now that was pretty tough, I'll tell you that much. I did not notice that these bearings right here are bigger for the aluminum than what's on there from the factory. So what you have to do is get this cup thing off. You take your grub screws, you unscrew them, and then you got to pull it off, and it's not that easy. Trust me, it took me a little bit to get that off. Had to go out to the workshop, put this whole thing in a vise, and use a hammer and a flathead screwdriver. Like I said, I hate doing that, but that's how I got this off. So I wanted to share that with you. If you decide to get one of these aluminum mounts, either for the Losi DBXL or MTXL, they're both the same. They come with bigger bearings. So you cannot use the smaller bearings with this. See, they're bigger. They have to fit in there just right. So that was an eye-opener for sure, because I wasn't expecting that to happen. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead, put this back together, and put these larger bearings on the shaft, and then put the cup back on, and you make sure you Loctite your grub screws, and we'll go from there. Alright, well, this is as far as I've gotten so far. I had a little bit of a problem here with the center drive shaft holder mount there. Come to find out, this is a rookie mistake. I want to save you guys the headaches. This took me about an hour and a half to figure out why in the world this was happening to me. So I want to show it to you to save you some time. Here's the old mount right here. And remember, I was bragging about these two little dots on the aluminum one were long and they went through the circles and the holes on the chassis. Well, come to find out, there's a plastic spacer that was on this that needs to be taken off and put on to the aluminum one. Now let me show you with the flashlight here. You can see down in there, there's a plastic piece, square piece that fits in there perfectly. That was mounted on this. Now if you look over here, you're going to see like all these have like a little bit of a high rise to it. It's kind of weird. But I wanted to show you that before I put the motor in, that if you do not put that spacer in like I did, this drive shaft is angled up and it will not turn whatsoever. And now it turns great, which is awesome. But I wanted to show you that real quick. You know, you live and learn. I'm new at this, and I wanted to show you how to do things. And this is a good practice right here for me. Like I said, when you buy one of these aluminum, make sure you take off the original bottom spacer to put onto the aluminum, so it'll raise it up so this won't be in such of an angle. Alright, Mtxl, you be proud here. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and buff that in. Get all around. Oh yeah, she smells good. See what this does, it puts a nice thin coat of silicone all through here, so no dirt and stuff will stick. Let's get a little bit more over here. Put a lot on this. Like I said, this is hard to get when the motor is in, so you might as well get that while you're at it. Get it all sprayed up and buffed up. And I'm just using the Kleenex, you know, for right now. Boy, that looks nice and slippery. If anybody knows Mtxl, if you can direct him to my video here, I want him to see this, how I'm using this silicone spray, and now my computer room smells like this. Yeah, we'll do a little bit more on the brace. We'll go like that. Try not to get none on the brake shoes, pads. Oh yeah, she's looking nice and shiny. Nice and shiny. Alright. So now she's ready for the motor, guys. We're going to go ahead and set her down in there and get her all hooked up. Alrighty, now it's the next day, and I got everything put back on the truck here. I had a little bit of issues with the motor bolts. As you can see, it's stripped out, and I had to put a Dremel tool that make a slot and use a regular screwdriver to get it out. So I had to buy 2 more of these. But there it is, the motor's in. It still needs adjustment, but that's going to be for another day. But once I get this out in the workshop, we're going to go ahead and fire her up for the first time. So, alrighty guys, thanks for watching, and I'll be talking to you.